Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Rangers Radio. I'm Southside, and joining me on the show this evening is the legend that is the Bridgeman. And hopefully shortly we'll be joined by Ox, who's just running a bit late this evening. So, Bridgeman, how are you?
Wonderful, thank you very much. It's glad to have you. I'm pleased you got me on the show. And of course, the techie voice in the background. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world, thought we were very unlucky. We could have won that game at the weekend, but 0-0 against them. And after the way we played, I think it's a wee acceptable result. Not acceptable in general, but it's acceptable given the situation. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Sorry.
Good evening, Chris. Good evening to the troops that's on the YouTube channel. Everyone listening out there on Facebook and Twitter and any other devices, I think MixLR and stuff like that. So good evening to all you out there. Hope you enjoy the show. Well, Bridgeman, we're waiting on the Godfather appearing, aren't we? He's the man. He's just
the Godfather.
He should be joining us soon, I think.
Oh, that's very funny. I don't know where to get that term from, but my goodness gracious, it's brilliant. Sorry, pal. It's your show. Carry on.
I'm just holding fort till he turns up. Basically, that's the way it's worked, isn't it? The night.
No, it's your problem there.
I know. I've had enough of water floating about the house and everywhere else, mate. Been flung in the deep end again. Anyway, listen. The game on Sunday, pretty drab and dour, wasn't it? To be honest, Bridgeman. It looked like it's pretty poor. No excitement. I thought the atmosphere wasn't very good either at the game. Wee patches, it wasn't bad, but nothing like before in games at Ibrox I've listened to. And no chances created literally by either team. So pretty pitiful performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that I think they had maybe 2 shots at goal that were on target, and Butland dealt with them, you know. That's what I thought anyway, and we didn't actually get a shot at goal. I didn't think so. Apart from Suter's header going in, which I still think it was the offside, but that's my bias coming out of it, you know. And I thought the penalty claim by Mioski against Scales, I thought it was 100% penalty. But once again, it's my bias probably. But I just sometimes I can't believe the refereeing and the decisions they make. But we came out of there 0-0, and we could have won it. And I thought some of our players played really well. So I was really happy to see that. Once again, of course, you see the defensive stramashes among the players. No communication, no proper communication anyway, and maybe a bit distrust or whatever you want to call it for the players. But seriously, it's only when our defence started scattergun and stuff. You just knew like this they could score a goal here, dead easy. But we didn't. We were very fortunate. Very fortunate.
I think we sat off them slightly at the start of the game. I don't know if that was the tactic. I think it looked like we set up like a 4-2-3-1 out of possession, and I thought we're happy to give their 2 centre backs the ball. Obviously, Tel Asgard was required to do a job in the middle of the park, Owen McGregor, which I think he did very well. So sometimes it gave them that extra man at times if we weren't pushed out enough, where he wasn't going to press in case the ball gets slipped into McGregor, and it would probably have been a counter. So I thought Mioski, did that surprise you, Bridge, before we carry on? Did that surprise you he started?
No, it didn't surprise me, and I was very happy he started. In fact, can I just say, welcome to Rangers, Mioski, because when he was at Aberdeen, I was one of the men that says definitely not, don't buy him. And he went away for like 5.5 or 6 million quid, and we got him. What did we get him for? 2 million, something like that. Can't be bad. Can't be bad. But I didn't want him. Not that I didn't want the player. The player's a fabulous player. I thought a great player. And I would have taken him if it wasn't about any other Scottish team. So we got him for 2 years later, or 18 months later, and here he is. I thought he played a great game. He's not going to get much of the ball in a game like that. All we were doing is punting high balls up to him, and he's obviously not a huge, big centre forward that can jump up and head the ball and fight strongly. Although he did look after himself a bit, and I thought, I think he's a smashing player. I think he's got great influence in the game. He comes out and he can pick the ball up and distribute it properly. I'm happy with him. I'm very happy with him. Sorry if I'm going too long, but really and truly, I was very happy with him.
I think in time, it surprises they flung him in straight away. I thought he might have went with Danilo just because he'd been playing, but obviously Mioski had some game time at Girona, so he's obviously at the fitness level and he had been playing. So at the end of the day, he started, and I thought, so obviously we never gave him a lot to go away. I don't think it was a penalty, Bridge. At the time, I thought it was. I seen it back for the boy next to me on his phone at half time, and I didn't think it was. I actually thought if he doesn't try to initiate contact at all, then the ball's just going to fall in front of him and he might have been able to finish it or at least hit the target. But there was a collision. But I think if I'm honest, Mioski instigates it himself a bit as well, whereas I think he should just have just let the ball run that wee bit in front and he might have got a shot off. I don't know. I know you think that there was contact anyway, but I don't think
I'm convinced of it. Absolutely convinced.
I don't believe it was a penalty. But as much as I love it to have been a penalty, I just didn't see it being a penalty.
I wasn't at the game the weekend, but I was watching it, and as far as I'm concerned, that was a penalty. Although I dare say, and I didn't hear everybody, but I dare say it was a lone voice in the wilderness. I think that's probably where I've been there. But I thought it was a penalty, and if we got it, I would have been delighted.
I would have been delighted myself, but nah. Like I say, I thought we sat off them. We let them sort of get into the game. I thought in the first 5-10 minutes, they had a bit of the ball without doing anything really weird. But I thought we were sort of off them a wee bit, and then I thought we came into the game and we sort of had them sort of pinned into their own half without actually doing anything. I thought we resulted them. Sometimes we played the long ball, Bridge, which we've done a few times. We obviously, that was what he maybe seen in tactics, is maybe what he wanted to do. It's not like he preaches like we'll play for the back. And I know we did certain times in the second half and stuff, but I think in the first half, I think we knocked a lot of long diagonal balls. I don't know if you noticed it yourself, but we weren't so much in playing through as much of the midfield. We did get it long, and I thought to be left back done pretty well. I thought he was up and down the left-hand side as well, but we'd certainly knocked a lot of diagonal long passes.
No, I agree with you. I think, and they worked. And any long ball we put out, it seemed to be quite good. Are going towards the area that it was supposed to be going to, where the person meant to do it. Look, I think we have to. I'm going to say it now. I thought that's not the same Celtic that we've seen over the past number of seasons. There, I thought they were a pale imitation of themselves, or our boys put them under a lot of pressure, and they started to get worried as well, because they normally attack with vengeance. So I think there's maybe a few players in their team that weren't up to the Celtic standard of old, and I thought Tierney was one of them. I thought he was very poor, and I don't know what they bought him for, got him back again. I don't know, but you know that you can see some of the Japanese guys that they've got rid of and so on. So we can see the difference there, the sharpness and so on and so forth. Even at Maeda, isn't he anywhere near as sharp as he was? Or that's the way we played him and we gave him the ball or something like that. But no, I thought I was very happy with the way Rangers played. Thought they put a lot of pressure on him. Big difficulty is, of course, is the panic when we get in tight spaces, we panic and we get the ball away to the nearest opposition shot. I don't know about you, Southside. I was watching it and I'm thinking, nearly every header that we managed to get away from either midfield or from defence, and always ended up at an opposition player's feet or head. That's what I thought. We never won very many balls except in defence. That's what I say.
Aye. We didn't create. Listen, we worked hard as a team and a unit. I thought the midfield, but that's a given in these types of games. It should be a given every time you go in the park, to be perfectly honest. But it's a given for me that's what you do. But the work rate was there. I thought Diamonde and Barron put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, as a lot of the players did. But it was the engine room in these type of games where you try to win the game. It's where you can control the game. Obviously, they were looking to get McGregor on the ball. And obviously, Asgard was sitting marking them tight, and it was down to the rest of the players to push and try and shut down. But for me, I just thought we just didn't have enough in the attacking area when we managed to get the ball. And I thought first half of Gasman Bridge playing on the right-hand side, pretty ineffective, and it didn't suit him really.
He's not a right-sided player, in my opinion. He plays very well down the left, and he's played with the young boy, Magaman, or whatever his name is, in the left there. And I thought our left side was really good. Very, very explosive and really fast-paced, and I had no problems with it at all. Why they're putting that boy out there? Probably our best player on the pitch insofar as football was concerned. Not at the weekend, but unfortunately. And he was getting crunched a couple of times. But if he's playing out on the left, you give him the ball, you know he's going to run in, he's going to do whatever he does. And he's always been involved, and tried to create chances, and he's done that in the past. So I'm delighted with that boy, and he should never be anywhere other than the left side of the pitch. And I don't know why he's in the right. So forgive me. Can I just say, how can I say it? That the way Celtic played from a defensive position for the goalkeeper out is the way Celtic always played. There was no change in there. There was a wee bit of pressure. I thought Asgard against McGregor was quite an intriguing bout. But I still think that Celtic were allowed to get the ball from their defence out to the midfield with nice cutting passes. Now, I'm not trying to build them up for any reason at all, but I do think we're still weak. We don't see the game the way others see it. They don't watch for the pass. They watch, but their instinct isn't there. So I believe there's a load of our players. They're not actually match fit. They're fit, but they're not match fit. Because match fit's watching. Watching the ball. Where's the ball? There it's there. Who's near them? And so all that nonsense. You're picking the whole game up, reading it well. And but I thought that battle between McGregor and Asgard, I thought it was just smashing. Other than that, I think we did well again on the left with the left back running in. That was good. But no, on the right hand side. By the way, I have to say, much as I've criticised him, I thought Tavernier did quite well on the right. I don't think there was any great problem with him, and it was nice to see him back. But it's not getting any younger. Simple as that.
Who do you think won the battle between Asgard and
McGregor. I think over the whole game, I think McGregor won it. But I thought Asgard did very well. He's not hardly played, basically,
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thoughts,
I see it slightly different. I thought he'd done a defensive job on him, but we need more for the boy offensively. Southside?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Asgard kept him quiet and done a job on him, to be honest. But the game was terrible, as we just were talking about. Ox, but I think in that duel, he done a disciplined job on him, and it prevented him getting the ball to him. And they had to go along and make it go. They work the ball on the other sides and they hope to get it up the park, because usually they play through McGregor. And I thought for the vast majority of the game, just when he got the ball or when we got the ball, he didn't really affect the game at all. He didn't go on and make McGregor go and chase him and and they ain't really be advantageous on the ball for us. But at the end of the day, he was sent in there to do a job on him and try and affect the game when we had the ball. But that's just never materialised for the boy.
Mm-hmm. So we agree that he won a defensive battle, but very little offensively. Would that be fair?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so.
Aye. And would you also agree we were more back to the 4-2-3-1 where he was playing Southside?
I said that. We just said that just before you came on there. Noticed him went into the 4-2-3-1 ops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But we still had the same problems we've had. I mean, I know you've talked about the penalty, etc., and obviously the goal was chopped off. But with the amount of ball we had breaking away, we didn't. We lacked that killer instinct. Yeah, we lacked that killer instinct to create chances. We're just getting it right in the final third. And I agree with you, Bridge. It looks as if we put him on a job today, a job on Tierney. It might because he's lack of pace, but all our forwards should be able to do a job on Tierney.
Yeah, and I don't think he's that type of player. Sorry, I don't think he's that type of player. I think he's, to me, based on what I've seen, the lad's a smashing player when he's playing on the left. He makes himself available, he creates space for himself, and he can run and take people on and get past them. Now, that is magic. But you watch that on Saturday, and you can see he's starting off wrong, if you follow me, because he's in the right. And I'm not saying he can't play football, but it's a different game when you're playing in the opposite to what you're used to. So you're getting joy on the left side, doing what someone that plays on the left does. It can cut in or go to the line. But they watch for him because he's a good player. So you may end up seeing maybe 2 or 3 players around about him, and he can't cope with that, you know. In fact, there was a number of times there was 4 of them on him, you know, just to take the ball off him. So I thought he was very unlucky that way, but our manager should never have put him there.
I was used to that, 4 people trying to mark me. But the secret is to move it south side, isn't it? To move it.
I moved to the left, moved to the right.
I love it, yeah. By the way, good evening, Oxford.
Just a step to the left and then a step to the right, south side.
Aye, that's it.
Put your hands in your hips.
Brilliant.
I agree with Bridge. I mean, the young boy Moore, he tried hard. He got stuck in, but again, there was nothing to him offensively, Southsider.
But we missed the last bit. Would you say that, mate? The last bit?
There was nothing for him in an attacking threat.
No, nothing at all. No,
but you'd have got a good view at first half. He tried hard, worked hard, stuck in, but nothing we had when he had opportunities.
No, nothing. We never had a cut in the edge up the top at all. We were talked about earlier. Samara on the right didn't look like it worked at all. Sometimes he just, I don't know. We never gave him the ball a lot, but he wasn't effective in the game. Mikey Moore on the other side, picked up a few fouls here and there, but never created. Never went in behind the defenders. Didn't put them try and get to the byline. He was busy. He kept his shape at times and stuff, but the two of them weren't effective in the areas where we wanted them on the ball.
Yeah, I thought they're 2 fullbacks. I was disappointed that we never put pressure on them. Maybe we should have, and that's because of the 2 guys we had playing on the left. One on the left.
He was playing, Bridge.
I thought he was playing yesterday.
No, 2 guys was playing, mate.
No, Mikey.
Sorry, mate. Bad joke.
Oh, sorry. The 2 guys, right? You got it now. It took me a while there. I'm getting older. Apologies. No, I just think that the wee Mikey boy and Gassama, to me, I don't know where Mikey, whatever his name is going to play on the pitch. But Gassama, I'll just call him Gasman. As far as I'm concerned, left wing. He's the left wing boy, because it's an outlet. You can put a wide ball and it'll get it, and he works well. But who are you going to put out on the right? Well, maybe some of the new guys that have come in or are coming in. We'll see.
Aye. I get your point, Bridge. I think it's fair. What we're seeing, the gas man, as Bridge calls him, I think we all base outside, but the gas man, has been more effective when he's got that bit about him, you know. So maybe they've done it to help accommodate the boy Moore, who I would have wheeled him off maybe as soon as he was booked. As soon as he was booked, he was a wee bit unlucky with the booking, but I would have still whipped him off and no took that chance with his inexperience. Plus, I didn't think he was influencing the game that much Southside.
Nah, he wasn't. Sort of we talked about earlier. He was involved. He kept his shape, and he done a lot of hard work and running. Obviously, the booking curtails anything else he can do, putting challenges in and stuff. And I thought that it was on the cards that he was going to come off. And I thought Gassama was going to come off it earlier than him actually as well. I thought we would have changed to two wingers at a point, and eventually it happened. But nah, the two of them in the wide areas didn't influence the game at all. Once in the second half, obviously, Gassman went by Tierney and put it across the 6-yard box. And 9 times out of 10, you stick your leg out, it goes in the net, on goal, but it went right up in the air. I think it was Scales that blocked it in the 6-yard line. It was the only thing Gassman done in the whole game, to be honest, in the whole game, because first off, he'd done nothing.
I don't disagree with that, mate. I don't disagree with it. Breaking news, yeah. Obviously, it's been well rumoured, but Rangers Football Club are today thrilled to announce the signing of striker Ysef Char from Everton for an undisclosed fee. Rumours have it it's 8 million with add-ons, subject to a visa and international clearance. The 21-year-old joins in a 4-year deal, come through the Academy of Sport in Lisbon before making his move to the English Premiership. Speaking after signing for Rangers, he said, "I'm really happy to be here. When I spoke to Kevin and Russell, I knew straight away that I wanted to join the club. I can't wait to meet everyone, the coaches, my teammates and all the staff. I just want to meet everyone, get involved, and I've heard about the atmosphere at the stadium, and I can't wait to play." So we've signed potential. Have they seen a lot of the boy? Seen some clips, but it's now official. He's 12 signing Southside.
Well, we'll need to get bodies in the door, don't we? And we need to hopefully hit the ground running. So it's reported it's close to about £8 million or something.
That's the rumours, mate. I know that's not a lot of money to use too, but for most days,
well, certainly not to the bridge, man. Guy stays in a castle with a drawbridge.
That's where that name came. I love it. Yeah.
Yep. Aye, the bridge man, of course. Just had to look at his castle. He's got a vault. Look at the size of the telly he had, Ox, when we were in there. Sorry, the cinema room. Is it the cinema room he calls that?
Well, it's the first time I've ever seen anything that big Southside in the dark. If I'm being honest,
pair of shockers, I'll tell you.
If I'm being honest, I think it was 120 inches, mate.
That was just one side of the wall, no?
It was the seats that got me, mate.
Oh my God! What a pair! I love it.
He's trying to make it look as if we're kidding on. We're deadly serious.
I know. Nobody's laughing at us.
Oh, superb, guys. I love it.
So,
I love it.
New signing, Ysef, let me just get his right. Chimente. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but look, we welcome in. Hope it works out. Obviously, 1 in, 1 out. Well, 2 in, 2 out. And we've got players with maybe legs, and if we've got a touch, we could improve our team. But like all signings Southside, only time will tell.
Is he a forward?
Centre forward, Bridge.
Yeah, cool.
Southside.
Aye, well, need to come in and hit the ground running. There's 2 new strikers in the door, him and Mioski. So it'll be interesting to see whether he tries to form a partnership or whether he'll play the lone striker in time.
How does he play two in his system, mate?
Well, you either need to go to 4-4-2 slightly, or you play the main striker and you play him off. I mean, at the end of the day, we've played 2 strikers on the park before under Russell Martin, you know. So he's done it before. But ideally, I think it'll be the one. I think he's about 6'4" or something, isn't he? That the boy for Everton. So he's quite tall, not that lanky. But
that sounds great.
It'll be up to him. It's as I keep saying, it's probably one of the hardest jobs in football when you're a striker scoring goals at Rangers. So
you're no score goals if you don't get any chances.
Well, and that's the thing. We've not been creating any chances for the strikers, so that has to change. It's down to the wide men and people running for midfield to get in the box and try and create. But we're no, certainly anybody that's been playing through the middle at the moment has been lack of service to them all season. It's been poor. And Danilo will probably testify to that because he'd played most of the games.
Arguably, if I was Danilo, I'd be chapping doors and saying, look, I've not had a chance, but I've not had any chances near him. Yeah. I'm not saying he's the answer, but if I was him, I'd be saying that, mate. Anyway, listen, we've got the young man an interview for him, so if you don't mind getting yourself on mute, let's hear for the Rangers' latest signing.
Yes, I'm really happy. I'm happy to be here. As soon as Kevin and the manager spoke with me, I didn't have other choice. I just wanted to join Rangers, and yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah, how much did you know about Rangers before the interest?
I know the football star here in Scotland, so that's a really good start, you know. And of course, I knew some friends. I know some friends who play here as well. I know Fabio, I know Rafa. So yeah, I think everyone in the world knows about Rangers. Yeah.
When you were making your decision to come here, what was important for you? What were you thinking about when coming here?
For me, the most important thing is the interest of the club, of course, the interest of the manager to be on the team. Of course, I want to play. So yeah, for me, the most important thing was coming to play. Yeah.
Just a little bit on your career. You came through the academy at Sporting Lisbon. What was that like for you coming through those age groups?
Yeah, so was a sharp movement, you know. So I was at Portugal since I was 10 years old, and then when I was 18, I moved to Everton, and then I was there for like 2 years and a half, and then now, yeah, I'm here to join the Rangers.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that you left home quite young to join the Sporting Lisbon Academy. Yeah. Was that always your focus to sort of make it at a professional level?
Yeah, of course. In the beginning, when you're young, you don't really think like, this is happening, you know. But then when I turned for like 14, 15, yeah, I started getting like serious. I said, yeah, this is what I want to do. So yeah, let's go. Yeah,
how did you have to adapt to that environment? Because obviously the Premier League is quite an intense league, a physical league too.
Yes, as I told you before, I moved when I was young, so I came to England when I was 18 by myself, and yeah, of course, was a bit tough on the beginning, but then the development just keep going, and I think Premier League is one of the toughest leagues on the world. And of course, as I said, it's tough, but when you get into the league, it's good, yeah.
Yeah, how much do you hope that experience can help you now coming here and coming into Scottish football?
Yeah, I think I can help. I can bring good things for the team, good things for the club, and the most important thing for me is make the fans happy. Make everyone happy of Rangers fans, you know. So yeah.
What qualities do you want to show on the pitch?
I can bring sharpness. I can bring quick feet. I can bring goals, assists. So yeah, I just want to help everyone.
Yeah, you are still only 21. How much do you feel more can come from you, and do you feel this is the right environment for you to really show what you can do as well?
Yeah, because I know Rangers is a big club. Everyone knows about Rangers, and the project Kevin and the manager showed me, I think, was the best option for me.
You said you obviously knew some people who've played here before. Have you watched some games then?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Even Champions League, Europa League, yeah. Of course, in the league, I didn't watch much, but when it's like derbies and that, yeah, I watch always. Yeah,
what have you made of Ibrox from the TV? I'm guessing you've not been to a game.
What I've heard for the past, yeah, they said the atmosphere is massive, so I can't wait to play in there.
It obviously is the international break just now, but there will be some players still here. How much are you looking forward to meeting your teammates and sort of getting into training and getting started now?
Yeah, Of course, I can't wait to meet everyone, the manager again, the manager in person as well, teammates, everyone in the club, staff, kitman, everyone. Yeah, I just want to meet everyone and get involved on the environment. Yeah.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. There we go. Can't get much speedier than that, south side, eh?
Aye,
That was
fast and efficient, as the old Fox boy, yeah.
Remember, it's me you're talking to, south side.
Fast and efficient, right enough.
Right,
Sounds interesting, doesn't it?
Well, he is 6'4", but it's checked him out, yeah.
Yes, love it, love it.
Yeah. By the way, I mean, Mioski, he's slight as well, but I thought at times yesterday he showed that he's not going to be messed about going in front of the centre halves, going to the field, typical striker play, if you like, Southside. Sometimes we've lacked that. Yeah, that's no Desser's game and it's no Danilo's game. Hamza was a number 9, so maybe we need, if we've got 2 centre forwards who are, if you like, traditional number 9s who have got a threat physically and we have hopefully made pace as well, that we've maybe lacked at times. But fingers crossed it works out. It's a big outlay for a 21-year-old. Before we get the phone lines open, just give you 2 personal thoughts on it, mate. Briggsman.
Well, I'm delighted, and based on what you've told us, he'll be 6'4". Well, what do we need? We're looking at high balls up in the air. We need if we're going to clear the ball high and try to get somebody on it. 6'4" is a good height. There's not very many people taller than 6'4" at the moment in Scottish football, so he should be okay in that sense, from a striker perspective. But seriously, you know, to see Mioski has played against all the whole Celtic back line. He's played against them. He knows what they do, and you're right when he challenges. He knows how he tries to think he knows how to challenge, and he thinks he knows how to challenge them. Yeah, he got a doing a couple of times, and he gave a doing a couple of times. That was great. I'm really pleased he's there, and this big fella will augment him. Put they 2 together, and you might see dynamite up in front of Rangers. Absolutely.
Southside.
Aye, I think Mioski comes in, he knows the Scottish game, he scored goals when he was at Aberdeen. And I think if he gets plenty of service and you can feed him, I think he'll certainly score goals. And it's down to us to create for the striker and also the other boy. Obviously, he'll be decent in the air. I think it adds a physical presence up front, a bit of height. And I think if we can get, I think we're believed we're chasing a couple of centre backs and that are quite big, tall as well. And even if Fernandez get in the team, because he's about 6'4", 6'5", I think he was. It would certainly add a bit of height into your team and a bit of presence into it, because we've been lacking there. But aye, Purim, I'm hoping, will hit the ground running, mate. One's obviously got an advantage that he's played in Scotland and scored goals in this league, and the other one's a heftier price tag with potential. So hopefully he'll fulfil it while he's here and hit the ground running. Might be awkward for the 2 of them, because I think maybe the 2, I'm only guessing here, but I think Mioski might start the now, would probably be more of the starter, but you've shelled out a lot of money for the boy. It might change things, and maybe Russell Martin will think the other way, but I think out the 2, if there's only one going to start at the moment, I think Mioski will probably be the starter out the 2 of them. That's my opinion.
I get what you're saying, but let's see how it goes. Listen, they're putting their reputations on the line. They're shelling out a few quid on somebody with very limited experience. They must see potential. He's not been a prolific goal scorer ever, to say lightly. So we'll see. But we would have to dissect in the starts he had, how many minutes he had, what was the scores in the game, etc. You know, you just see he's played X amount of games with 8 goals, but look, they must fancy him when they went and got him. They'll live and die by their recruitment. 6'4", it would be interesting. Big Fernandez, him, and then Barron and young Lyle Cameron in a photograph. That would be some back row.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Aye,
you know,
you're right.
but aye, well, we'll see where we go with it. I wish him all the best. I hope he's a raging success, Southside. A raging success.
Aye, we're hoping everybody that signs becomes successful and be's a success. Doesn't always happen, but listen, we've got another 2 players in the door. They're strikers. 2 of our strikers have left the building. And who knows whether Danilo will still be there or not come the end of the transfer window, 11 o'clock tonight. So we don't know, but if no, he'll have to battle it out. He might go in and want a word with the manager. But at the end of the day, you're buying Mioski and you're buying the other boy, Ysef. So I don't want to butcher his second name now. So we're signed him, and you think they're going to be ahead of Danilo in the queue. But as you know, things can change. And you never know what happens. But at the moment, I'd say Danilo's back being third choice striker again.
Aye, looks that way, mate, if you're honest, mate. But aye, we'll watch this space. Right, we'll get the phone lines open, gentlemen.
Go for it.
Let's.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Mr. Fox has intimated that it's the second highest transfer Rangers has ever paid after Tory Andrew Flo. There's a bit of trivia for you, yeah?
And he's only a youngster. You know, Tory Andrew Flo was a, shall we say, an experienced campaigner and goal scorer in the English Premier League. Wow. How old is he, did you say?
He's 21.
21. My goodness gracious. 8 million quid. Can I just ask you, that's nothing to do with a loan, but he's not here on loan. He's actually a player.
He's a player in a 4-year contract, Bridge. You don't listen
Excellent.
to that.
Wonderful. I did. I just wanted to make sure it's no one of these ones. He'll come on loan for a season and you're going to have to buy him.
The 20-year who joins in a 4-year contract, that must be some length of loan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well done. Thank you very much. Very happy with that.
Southside?
I thought you were doing a bridge man there. No, signed in the building, and like I say, it's down to these players that when they come in the door, they kick on. Strikers, as I've said, is one of the hardest jobs at our club to be a number 9 and be successful at it. But at the end of the day, now we've got 2 strikers in the door, and we've also got Danilo at the moment still in the building. And it's down to us as a club and Russell Martin to make sure that everybody plays in the wide positions and gets this team moulded. I dare say he might be looking at another midfielder, central defender and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we've got to start creating chances because chance creation in all the games that we've watched this year has been pretty poor. So that needs to change, and it's down to him to get it to workouts.
Would you say that that's a midfield problem, white men problem, or the midfield, or the whole team is not functioning? How do you see
it? Well, I think it's a midfield. I think it's midfield to front as the problem. But he's not probably got the right mixture. Maybe Lyle Cameron's the one that links it together at times in certain games, although he's not the most fashionable player that a lot of people would think would start in their team. But he might be a player that can come in and influence it, and he might be a player that can nick goals for midfield, because at the moment we've not really got a goal scorer in midfield. You look at Diamondi or the time that we've had him, he's not been a big goal scorer from midfield. Connor Barron comes back in and plays in the team, who isn't going to be a big scorer for midfield. Wasn't even when he was wasn't even at Aberdeen, although he's young and with both potential. Asgard's just in that sort of position, so you'd have thought that he might be the one that he's certainly got skill levels and seen him down in England in certain games, and he could certainly knew where the goal was, but he's still to settle in and find a true position and get the team functioning. The team aren't really functioning as a unit. They're playing sort of as individuals still. So his team's got to settle down and try and get into a style and that creates the chances going forward. Gasman and Sunday looked miles off it. Looked like he was just, I don't know if it was just a big occasion for him. But the first half, he certainly wasn't in the game. He wasn't making his tackles even when he was going for them. He wasn't influencing the game. And Mikey Moore being 17, 18, he's the same. He's just a young boy. He was falling in at the deep end. And some of these games, when you go into the games, it does take a lot to play good on the day. We've seen a lot of players freeze on the day. Many
experienced players in it.
Of course. But they got their chance, and you're always going to be better the next time one of these games come along. If you're selected, you'll be used to it. But just the two of them never really got going at all. Ops in the game, unfortunately for us.
No, there was no. Apart from that run in the second half when he skinned Tierney, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Right, so we moved. I was going to move the game on to the second half and talk about it, but you mentioned that run after that. That would be it. The highlights would be quick if you watched it back, yeah? Bridgeman.
Indeed, yeah. Like I don't know if you want to go straight into the second half and chat about it. I thought we did.
I've just talked about the highlights here, mate.
Yes, I know, pal. But I'm talking about me. You want me to talk about the second half?
No, just use your thoughts on it, mate. Yeah,
cool.
Not a lot happened, really, was there?
No, but I thought we were better in the second half than we were in the first, to be honest. But we allowed ourselves in points in the game. We allowed ourselves to be entrenched. So you were playing the highest of our forwards were probably 10 yards inside our own half. That's where we were. And the rest of the field was Celtic passing the ball about. So their possession would have been sky high for big chunks of the game. But they really did nothing. I thought our defence did quite well, and I mean that sincerely. They did quite well, but there were some areas in their defensive play was quite frightening. Let's put it that way. I thought if they screw up, if we lose a goal, it's because it's got to be a defensive blunder. But it wasn't happening that way. Butland did quite well, holding everything out as far as he was concerned, or it was a goal kick or something. But the second half I thought was better. We were better in the second half than the first. That's the way I saw
it. Southside, did you see it like
that? The thing the highlight was Gasman getting by Tierney, and 9 times out of 10 when the ball gets flashed across the 6-yard line, the position of the defender, I thought it would just hit half him. Usually hits a soldier foot or something and goes by the goalkeeper. And for some reason, it just went right up in the air. It was a block, but I thought we were poor. Chance creation wasn't really there, although we had bits of pressure and stuff. Done it without doing anything. Michael never had a safety make. Let's be honest. And the only other thing we had was the offside goal, which he was offside. I thought Don Robertson chose to let a few things go, I thought, during the game. I don't know, at one point I thought he was trying to referee it and he would manage to get through without getting a yellow card at one point. I thought that's the way it was going, because I thought there was a few challenges that I think he could have clamped down on and showed a yellow card, but he chose not to. But apart from that, I just thought I thought the atmosphere wasn't that great on the day either. And it was just one of the games. There was nothing really happening on the park. One team with the ball got so far, done nothing with it. Then we got the ball, went so far, done nothing with it. And it was just one of the game drops, to be perfectly honest.
Aye. You done well to get 20 minutes highlights out of that last night, wouldn't
you? Absolutely.
But I thought we played a wee bit more in the first half. Without creating a lot, I thought we had more opportunities to make chances, never came about. I thought in the second half we started the half very well up to about the hour mark, and then I thought they came into the match for the first time. But without doing a lot, if I'm honest, and I'll say this, I don't really watch them that often, and Josh too, as we've called him, who's come on, said he's watched them and he didn't think they were very good. And with some of their signings and some of them coming near the end, mate, they've got as many problems, if no more, than we've got. Yeah. If we're honest, but we have to start finding a way of winning football matches and put them under more pressure. It's outside there.
I've got to get wins on the board. It's not been good enough. It's all right saying we're only at 6 points off the top of the league and all that, but we should have had 9 points in the bag before we went to play them, and we didn't. 3 draws, and then we just compounded with another one. So it's not been good enough at all. But under the circumstances of coming back half a horror on the European night and a Wednesday night, and obviously we think teams getting questioned, there's a lot of players getting called out for the support. It was a big game for a lot of them that took the park on Sunday. There's a lot of pressure gets put on you anyway when you're playing these games and in a game every week at Rangers. It should be, but there's more added pressure, I think, to a lot of the players that they had to go out and show a response. And we just spoke earlier, just before you come on, we did say there was a bit of heart and desire, but I mean that should be a given anyway. You know, it should be a given. But I thought Diamonde had won his best game since Russell Martin. His best game this season, 100% he did.
And that's no high bar, if I'm being honest, but it was okay. I thought it was a toss-up between him and Barron, whoever best player was. I thought that Barron, particularly in the first half, worked hard, but he just has to get that attacking string to his ball. I'm not saying that constantly, but you just need something for him, that's going to help attacking me occasionally. Ridgeman?
Yeah, I did think Barron was probably our best player overall. That's what I thought anyway. And others, by the way, it wasn't a high bar, so
no,
there was nothing amazing. I actually thought Jack Butland did not a bad game either, but I think the wee left back, I quite like that boy, and I think he did no bad. He was getting 2 and 3 people coming into him, attacking down the wing and things like that. But I thought he did very well.
I think we're getting feedback for somebody's telly. So if anybody, we can hear somebody's telly occasionally, so just be aware of it, lads. Young left back, I thought the start of the second half came on to a wee bit again. Again, he showed more pace. He was getting away from them. Another tick in his box in his development. We'll see how he goes. I thought he'd done okay without being outstanding Southside.
He was pretty good. He was up and down the left-hand side. I thought he was gone probably 70 odd minutes. I think once we'd made the other sub, I think when Finlay Curtis came on and that, and he went about 70 odd minutes, and I just thought he'd gone. But listen, he put a lot of effort in. He'd done a lot of running. He was up and down the left-hand side, and he put a lot of effort in. And for it being his first game against them at Ibrox, you know what the games are like. It takes a lot out of players. Players have always said it. Sometimes you need to get a second wind again, because the first 15 minutes just goes boom and you feel knackered after it. You feel as if you're just gone. He said to me, Kevin Thompson talking about it, and he said he played his first game or two. He said it can happen to players that happened to him. So, but I thought for his first game he was active. He was up and down the flank. He put his tackles in, and I thought he did a decent game. I just thought he tired near the end, but you expect that. He'd put a lot into the game and also played in the midweek game as well, Ops.
Aye. Just breaking news. Rangers have confirmed that Cyril Dessers has left to join Panathinaikos in a deal worth $3.7 million.
Well done, Rangers. Well done.
Decent bit of business. I know you liked him, Southside. I don't mean like, you appreciated him. Would that be fair? Yeah.
Aye. Thank you, but hard. Listen, you can criticise many a striker for missing chances, and sometimes he'll miss a lot of easy ones you thought he'd have put in the back of the net. But he took a lot of abuse through his time at Glasgow Rangers for the support. He was booed on, booed off, and everything. But he still come back, and we relied on him continually because there was nobody else fit and present to turn up every week for their work like he was. And he scored, nearly 50 goals or something in 2 seasons.
Just over 50 goals, mate.
Just over 50 goals in 2 seasons, which isn't a bad return considering. it's been a long time since we've had a striker that scored 25 league goals. And for us, I talk about strikers, so I thought he'd done well. He could handle the club, he could handle being here. He was an experienced player, being a bit older. A lot of players might have crumbled after the treatment that CD9 got for the support at times. But no, I wish him well. But after this, I don't care what they do. I've always said to you on here, I don't care what they do when they leave. I'm not interested. But I wish him well, and I think he done pretty well for at his time at Rangers. He could have scored more. It's like any striker. But he scored a lot of good goals and vital goals in certain games for us as well. Not too many because we didn't get success for it all. But at the end of the day, he's gone and we've got a good bit of money in from him. And it's obviously we looked towards Mioski and big Ysef to carry us this season and next season and get the goals required.
Aye. Listen, I'll say this about Dessers. He goes with my best wishes. He frustrated the life out of me, Bridgeman. He could do some wonderful things, and then he would disappear for 2 games and couldn't trap a bag of cement. I don't think I've ever known a player like Dessers.
I've never seen anything like it, to be honest myself. I did say to you before, and I think you came out with a cracking word, he's an enigma, and he is. But look, as you said, it is away, $3.5 million for Rangers. Fantastic. For me, that's fantastic, because I never thought we would get him sold. I never thought we were actually trying to sell him, to be perfectly honest with you. But we got the money for him, and as far as I'm concerned, well done. And again, wish him well when he's in whatever he be, what he's going to do. He was a big happy chappy and generally, but what a you a number of words for him. But he just looked awkward at times and glaikit, the silly things you could say about him. And then all of a sudden he comes out with a cracker.
That for years.
Well, but you could, you say, oh my God, I just say, but some genius moves and great goals from him sometimes. A couple, he went when he turned basically he turned and he put the ball back to the far post. Where he started it in the near post, he came away and we ended up with the far post and he put it in just fantastic stuff. And another one, he beat the full-back to the ball. The full-back didn't know where the ball was. He put it in the net. Just amazing. He scored some really good goals for us. And I know that Southside's a big fan of his to a certain extent. I'm not quite as big a fan of Southside, but I would rather, I wanted to lose him at the tail end of last season or whatever it was, let him go. And I said that there simply because, as you said there, you get a good goal at him, and sometimes no bad play, and then for 3 games he doesn't know where he is, and you take him off and he's frustrated and goodness knows what. I think one of the big problems he had is whenever he didn't get the decision that he thought he deserved, he used to lose at the referees, of course, and that can be bad. And they used to wind him up. Other players playing against him used to wind him up on that. But some of the things he was doing, you could see the jersey getting pulled and ripped, and they're going to the referee. What about this? No, nothing. And that's, of course, you get that the referees he's talking about are people like that, Don Henderson.
I think it was it in Bilbao? We should have had a penalty kick and a red card.
Absolutely.
Aye. When he get his shirt ripped off his back, yeah. Yeah, was that Bilbao? It was Bilbao.
Indeed it was.
Aye, Bilbao.
Indeed it was.
Aye. And so the history could have been different. I think I'm going to just, for the top of my memory, the Dessers goals, I'm going to put them in order. Old Trafford, Betis, and Easter Road, when he passed that one at the net that I didn't know he had in his locker. There you go. 3 games.
I'll go for one. I'll go for the one at Tannadice he scored.
Yes.
Right into the roof of the net. The one at Manchester, obviously, as you say, springs to mind, and the one in Betis. I remember the wee one against Hibs and all, and scored a good header in the 6-yard box against Aberdeen, I think. Ibrox. That was I think we battered them 3-0 or something. 2-0. I think it was Aberdeen. I'm not sure, but I just need some good moments and all that and stuff. But at the end of the day, he was always available. He was usually always fit. And he managed to score goals in that number 9 jersey, which is a hard job today. And we'll see how hard that is for the 2 new guys that's coming in. Because at the end of the day, I think a lot of the support, as much as we flagged them and criticised them, and some didn't like him and some wanted him out the door straight away and said he was never good enough. He scored a return rate over 50 goals in 2 seasons, and like we say, we'll see how long it takes these 2 strikers to get off the mark and score a good number of goals for us, because it isn't an easy job today, but they'll struggle if we don't start creating, and that's what we need to do, start creating chances aplenty for the strikers.
Listen, if Ysef comes in and scores the same number of goals as Dessers had in 2 years, mate, you're going to have an asset in your hands, because he'll be valued because he's young and potential. And still get development in him, maybe at 22, 23. Whereas Dessers, I think it made perfect sense, Bridgeman, to sell him because he's aging where he was in his contract. This time next year, mate, he's a depleting asset.
Yeah, I think every Rangers fan would probably say the same. But based on what you're saying, based on his age, he offered that money, you've got to take it. We just got to take it. And I'm delighted for the club. I think the clubs did quite well in getting money in. Some of the players that we managed to let go, who were actually contributing nothing to our club, and there you go. Okay, we paid money for them, but you get some money back.
I don't know where it's coming from, but I keep hearing feedback to you. I don't know, somebody's got a telly or a computer on. Just put it off, it's coming through. You might not realise, but it's coming through. So we'll see what it takes us with the 2 new signings. Cyril Dessers goes with our best wishes. We're starting to rake up the money's in, Southside. Yefty, Ridvan, Dessers, obviously Igaman, plus the other bits and pieces, mate. People want to change, they've definitely got it, mate, yeah.
Aye, Matondo's the only one I thought we couldn't get rid of, and he looks like he's going to be hanging about.
No chance. He's unfit at the transfer window, unlucky here.
And Dell's out injured, isn't he? So I take it that'll be another one that we can't probably move on. Because to be honest, if Dell's there, and I know he's used them, but when you look at the team, and once it settles down and hopefully we'll get a couple of more players in, there's no chance that Dell will get a starting 11, you know what I mean? Because it starts to become surplus to requirements. So I'd imagine he'll hang about until the January window, and maybe somebody will come in from then. And the hope is Matondo might be fit by January. He's all a Christmas present, and maybe Bolt come January, you know.
Oh, it sounds sad, that Cragger. I like that. I like that.
Ben Davis is away proper. Well, he's on loan. Proper as well, money in for him, yeah. So they've done okay as far as bringing in. And what's happened is, but some of the people going out, but the people coming in haven't set their hair on fire as of yet. But that be fair, Bridgeman?
Yes, I think it's fair to say they haven't. But the truth is that some of the guys are just in this week, so we're interested to see how they manage to come in. I think Mioski is a dead set for continuous play, and the Rangers do it, providing he's no injured. But I think he's going to be a standout centre forward for us, and I'm looking forward to the big fellas playing alongside him in some way or other. That's what I'm looking forward to. I think you're right. So we've done well as far as certain areas. We're unlucky because we've got guys that don't want to be there and don't want to play. So either or a mixture of both. They just don't want to happen. Matondo is seriously disappointed in a guy. Some lovely movement in his game, and he just wasted it. He's now wasted. That's what 3 seasons he's been with us, and he's been rotten. Most of them.
We've solved the problem, Bridge. The background noise is coming for your good self. We're going to go to tune. It'll give you time to sort it out, mate. Yeah.
Background noise.
I don't know where it's coming from, mate, but we're getting. If you read the lobby, you'll see what the technical boys are telling us. Get yourself a mute because we're going to have a tune.
From Argyle So young, to Glasgow City they come, seeking fortune and a new way of life. How could they know ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, and here's how it goes. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. So hoist up your Rangers flags, sing with your heart and voice, celebrate the greatest club in the world. Let our history show what we already know. We are the Rangers, the greatest of all. For lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers are born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kit, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 55 titles, we're still going strong. 55 titles, we're still going strong.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
One of my favourites. Southside, we can part that game. It's all about going forward now. The coaching staff have got a bit of time. Hopefully we see vast improvement going forward. And I'm being honest, it's got to be vast, mate, because it hasn't been good enough domestically. And we've put ourselves under real pressure that we really didn't have to.
No, 100%. Poor start, very off, and it's just continued. We're looking for a kickstart in one of the games, even when we got to Ibrox at home against Dundee, and didn't get it that day either. Hopefully when the transfer window shuts, and hopefully we can maybe add another 2 or 3 signings in the door, which is maybe still possible. I think we're linked to a centre-back, the Canadian boy. I don't know if there's a deal done or a loan deal, but I know we're looking at that, hopefully to get that done. And it might make the defence look a bit better.
It's not been confirmed officially, Southside.
No.
I'm hearing strong rumours that the deal's done, mate. Yeah.
Well, if it's done, that's good.
It's never done till it's done, is it?
No, Mo Johnson will testify to that, won't it?
Aye. Why did you have to say that?
First one it going ahead. Well, there's somebody else. Our fans knocked him back tonight, so he's went to Charlton. That's how it popped in my head.
I seen that. Let me just see. Yeah, let's just now. Better Canadian boy. Derek Cornelius. Yeah, so we'll see where we go with that. But I think we'll be joined by Josh. Evening, Josh.
Good evening, boys. You all right?
Yes, you've got the bug
Good,
for
Josh.
this now, brother, haven't you?
Sorry?
You've got the bug for this now, mate. Yeah.
Well, I'm a die-hard Rangers supporter, and I don't talk rubbish. And I did say, and I heard
no fitting well here, then, mate.
And I was laughing all the way up the M8. All these rejects rejecting Celtic. I told you they were rubbish, didn't I? Absolutely rubbish. Fofana going to Charlton and all that kind of stuff. It's just laughable. Adam Ida, Swansea. I mean, there's absolutely.
Yes, they're ready to implode. We just have to get. If we would have got it right on the part, mate, the Sharks would have been out again. Yeah.
I think we should have. We should have took them on Sunday if we got it right. I mean, we missed a trick there on Sunday because they were there for the taking, and they never even played where. I don't even think they had a striker up front, did they?
It was the game that they looked the least likely to score for a long time, even when we're.
I mean, the first shot was 67 minutes. The first shot was 67 minutes. That's how poor they were. That's how poor they are.
So straight.
But
we were poor and all, Josh. But I mean, many times even poorer Rangers teams than us managed to have chances against them in games. You know, we're not creating, Josh. That's the problem. But maybe the midfield's not just right because that's the heartbeat of your team, and they usually try and control the game. If you're winning a midfield battle, you usually get your chance to create chances. Two wingers were ineffective. They worked hard to shut down. They ran about, but they weren't effective on the ball in the first half. And I thought Gassman looked a bit overawed by the whole first half. I don't know if it's right or no, but he wasn't much in the game, and we ran a couple of tackles, didn't win them, 50-50s, and he just didn't go to the defender, even one-on-one at times. It wasn't the second half where he went by him. It wasn't long after that we were making subs, but that was the only one time he went by Tierney, and it could have led to an own goal. At that time, we had a player or two in the box, but it was a good delivery in, but that was the only time he really went at him. So I think that it didn't help us, Josh, in the first half, that the wingers couldn't go at the defenders and try and get to the byline. We got so far, and then we just never created anything. So it wouldn't matter who we had up front on Sunday. We just weren't creating for the striker to get on the ball. And that's what Russell Martin needs to address now. We need to be more effective in the front, because otherwise we're not going to score a lot of goals. We'll be relying on how we've done it so far in set pieces. We've not scored a lot of goals for open play.
No, I agree with you. We haven't. And I agree with you with Gassman as well. But I think Diamonde was our best player. He put himself about everywhere. He was everywhere.
You think it was any coincidence that he was playing on the left-hand side, but he's playing on the right constantly? I don't know if you picked up on that, Josh.
I like him. I like the boy. I like the boy. He's had critics, but I really like him. If you put him in the right place and let him just roam about, a bit like Raskin, he does a turn for you. He was outstanding on Sunday. I think he was noising their players up, and digging in for the tackles and everything. And he was. I think he was our best player, in my opinion. Anyway, I don't know who got man of the match.
It was split between Diamonde and Barron, mate, different people.
I thought Diamonde would have been up there, man of the match. I thought he was outstanding on Sunday. What about Raskin? Is there any latest news on? Is he staying or is he gone?
Looks as if he's staying, mate. Looks as if he's staying.
That's good. That's good. Because we need him. We need him in the midfield.
Yeah, it's not a done deal. Things are sorted, mate. But It looks that way at the moment, but I've watched this space, I suppose. 11 o'clock tonight, the transfer window shuts in Scotland, so you never know. I don't know when it shuts in Belgium, if I'm being honest. It's mental, this, isn't it? When if you have this transfer window and they're all shutting and opened at different times, you think everything would be done at the same time. I heard tonight that the Turkish one doesn't shut to the 11th of September. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Bridgeman.
I see big Cyril Dessers is away to, is it Panathinaikos?
Aye, $3.5 million, mate. And Cortez.
No.
Cortez is away.
Cortez is away as well, aye. But I'm reading on the Rangers' latest new website that the boy Cornelius is nearly done, and we've got that Ysef Char that's finalised. So that's that boy.
Yes, we've already heard from Josh. We've already heard from him on the show. He was on live. Josh.
Well, was he?
Well, I don't know if it was quite loud. It might have been recorded, but they could say that. Bridgeman, you back with us, mate?
Back here, pal. Yes, indeed.
Away.
I'm hoping everything's okay.
Yes, back to that's better, Bridge. That's better.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So the squads have always Southside. We never really talked about the Europa League draw on Friday because we were still caught up in the aftermath of Wednesday night. So the tickets have come out, and can you give us a full draw if you've got it in front of you, mate? I know I put you on the spot here.
I can tell you that dead easy. I haven't got a draw in front of me. I can get it in a minute or two if you want. I'll tell you, they're taking plenty of dough out the account. I'll tell you that. Anything for about £176 up to £188 is what the 4-match package is going to cost you. On the plus side of that, right? See if you buy the 4 tickets, right? You're getting an additional 10 Managerial points, right? Plus, you'll get your 5 points for your purchase points as well, and they'll give you 5 for your attendance points. So, all in all, you're going to get an extra 50 points if you go to the 4 games.
Wow. It may excite you, but it's not exciting me, Biggie.
I know it's not.
But aye, listen, we can have a debate about the package, mate. I'm no surprised. I think it would come in about that. Would that be in your cheap seats, no in the dear seats?
No, I'm away up there, good. Don't you start your nonsense. You might be a tenner more than me. That's about it, if you're lucky. But I think we're about the same price, actually. So stop your nonsense.
I think you'll find we're not, mate. We're not.
All right, you're an extra tenner then, are you?
Unfortunately, aye. But aye.
Still dear, but listen, that ticket for Bruges, right, was £13 in your pound booking fee, £14, right, and that was out before a mere 36 bangers at Ibrox for the same game, you know.
Dearest in Europe, mate. Dearest in Europe. Go to Germany a lot of the day. You get free travel and different things, mate. Anyway, well, that's a whole show on its own. We'll bring in Matt, mate. It gives you time to go and look, and then we can talk about the draw, mate. I've not got it in front of me, but if you need it, give us a shout. Evening, Matt.
I'll get the draw. I'll get the draw here. I've got a draw here if you want the draw.
Oh, listen, Josh, if you give me a chance, I can pay off Southside. You just read it out, mate.
Oh, I've got it here and all with the dates, the times and the fixtures. Don't start this nonsense, right? Right, you go, Josh.
Right,
I'll let Josh do it. He's a guest.
I'll do one team and you can do one team and stop fighting, right?
Oh, this will be good. This will be good. Right, on you go.
So we start off at Ibrox against Genk on the 25th of September. So that's the first game.
Yep, second game we play in October the 2nd, and it's Sturmgras away.
The third game we play in the 23rd of October, quarter to 6 kick-off, and we're away to Brann.
And then we're back at Ibrox in November the 6th, 8 o'clock kick-off, and we play Roma at home.
Ooh, Roma.
And then we're still at Ibrox, and we're at home to Braga, and that's an 8 o'clock kick-off, and it's the 27th of November.
Southside? It's like a tennis match, this.
Aye, and then we're away on the 11th of December to Ferencváros, 6:45 kick-off.
Oh, just a good time to go to Hungary, isn't it? Hungary?
Yeah, Hungary, aye.
Oh,
Yep.
Middle of December. Nice and warm there. Josh?
The 7th game, second last game, is the 22nd of January 2026, 8 o'clock kick-off. We're at home to Ludogorets.
And last but not least,
the person you are
Southside.
calling is unable to
Oh.
take your call. Please leave your message after the tone.
Last but
To
not least,
re-record your
Southside.
message, key hash at any time.
And the last one, as I was talking there, I didn't know I was on mute, 29th of January, 8 o'clock kick-off in Portugal, Porto away.
Listen, that was
That should-
outstanding. We got to the end then Southside ruined it, Josh. But well done you. But he was doing awful well up to the end then. Done a bridge, man. Unlucky. Well done, lads. By the way, I don't know what you think. I think it's a favourable draw to progress. Yeah.
I think we can get out there. I think we can qualify into the next round. I think we've got the pedigree. So, and we've actually got decent signings in the window. There's still time to get one more maybe. But I'm positive. I think we've got a chance. I've got every chance. Don't know what Southside thinks, but I think we've got every chance.
Southside got a chance then, Bridgeman.
Aye, we've got a chance, all right. It's just we need to make sure we're more consistent and start to get the team gelling. We've got a wee bit of time to try and get it together. Signings will be in, and then we'll see who we've got. Obviously, we've got trips to Norway, trips to Austria, Hungary, and Portugal. So distance-wise, they're not too bad, because we obviously have league games to come back and play. But it's favourable as long as we can start to create chances and get the strikers scoring. And that's what we need today. Keep it back in game. Obviously, if we get the new signing in, the Canadian boy and that, it might help with defence, maybe make it a bit more solid, and we'll see what the European squad looks like when he goes to announce it.
The glamour tie would be Roma at Ibrox. That would be the biggest tie. Yeah, would that be fair, Bridgeman? Southside, would that be fair?
Aye, Roma at home, aye, and then probably Porto away in the last game. It's a cranking stadium, that, Porto's. And being the last game, hopefully we'll be qualifying already before we get there, or hopefully that'll be one that we might get a victory at and take us through. It doesn't matter, but aye, there's some good games in the right sort of spaced out. 1 home, 2 away, then 2 at home, and then away, and then the last 2 are away. So it'll be what it'll be. But
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
looking forward to it when
The
the
person you are
games come round.
calling is unable to take your call. Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Can I come in, Alex, there?
Aye, on go, Bridge.
Just to say what you said about the tie about Roma, 100%. It's a huge tie. And it's the type of, historically speaking, that's the type of team that we love seeing at Ibrox. We like any team at Ibrox in Europe, but we like the kind of glamorous type teams, you know, and they were brilliant. So looking forward to that. It'll be really good.
Aye. I'm no one for spreading rumours, but Big Stevie hoped it was the other way about. Right, aye, listen, we'll go to Chad. What do you think? What do you need? 10, 11 points? Would that get you?
think maybe 12 points. I think we should concentrate in trying to win our home games. We take care of our home games. The away games will take care of themselves. If we can take, like, say 7 or 8 points, 2 wins and 2 draws away for him, and try and win all our games, then that should take us easily up. Because the further up the table you go, the easier the next round tie is, isn't it? So the more points you get, the easier the tie that you get. I think that's how it works. So I think we should just concentrate and try and win all our home games, and try and nick a couple of victories and a couple of draws.
I'm not saying we'll definitely progress, but we've got a chance. Yeah, I think it's not a bad draw, all things considered. Matt, we've tried contact. If you're listening, mate, we'll try to get you back in 3 voicemail, mate. Aye, so we'll go with it. We'll go with that. I'll take that south side. I mean, you'll never get a perfect draw because there's so many teams in it. Yeah.
Aye, well, you look at the year before, you know what I mean? We had a couple of good away victories that people thought we couldn't get. Ludicrous at Ibrox before we go away to Porto. Obviously a home game in Genk. You'd like to think out of the 2 games, Roma and Braga. We've got Braga again at home. Braga's usually a good technical team in that. But you'd like to think that we could get the job done against them. Roma might be the one that we'll see when the time comes what they bring, but they'll certainly bring a support, all right. But out of the home games that we've got, Genk, Roma, Braga and Ludogorets, you'd like to hope that you're going to take at least 9 points out of them, and if you could get something else, Roma would be the one that would give you 12 points, that would be you winning your 4 home games, but Roma will be a hard game, and then away from him you're looking at maybe getting something at Brann or Sturm Graz, and then like you say, Porto's the last one, so you're sort of not really worrying about that one. You're hoping you'll have enough points in the bag before you get to there, and I agree, probably 12 points would be enough to probably get you into out the group stages and get you in the top 12, 14 teams probably, or whatever it'll be, like we did the season before.
Yeah, that was amazing last year. Remember last year when we needed all these scenarios? I don't know if you remember it, Josh. The results weren't perfect. In fact, somebody predicted 6. I think it was, what was it? How many results we needed? About 6 or 7. Imagine somebody getting 6 or 7 results and correct. That's unheard, right? And it all went perfect for us. And we ended up we went for about, was it 9th to about 5th or something mental, but it's no over till it's over. But we've got a chance. We've got
a chance, I agree, we've got a chance. We've got a chance.
All right.
All we need to just take care of ourselves. We'll just take care of our own games and get the job done. And I agree with Southside. Roma's going to be the toughest of the draw, home and away. So, but I'm confident we can take something at Ibrox. Maybe nick a draw away for him as well, because we seem to struggle when people when teams play like 10 men behind the ball, but we seem to flourish if teams come to us and try and have a go. That's when we counter attack, and we've always
we did up to the last 2 games against Bruges, mate.
I know. That was it's better forgotten about.
Our last three games in Europe must think him. He's got to seriously think about his shape, and he showed that on Sunday. I've got a question. I'll go to Bridgman first. Has this international break came at the right time for your team?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Given the situation, I think probably right. Yeah. Unless, of course, the manager sends everybody away on holiday, which I hope not. It gives them a chance to get maybe a week or so, a week and a half training with them, bring the squad together and so on and so forth. Because I really do think this is probably his last time to get these guys coached. I think he's been saying it for a wee while now. Get us to the window, and when the window's there, that's fine. Let's get it over and done with. So he's done it. He's got to the window, or he's not done it yet. But it's after 11 tonight. So I imagine he's going to do a lot of coaching with the players over the next couple of days and week, and we'll see what happens then. Because there's nothing else for him other than this is it, and that's what I say. This is it.
Same question, your good self, Josh.
Given the start of the season, is it 4 draws now, and calamity against Bruges. I think it came at the right time. I think it'll just settle everybody down and just get the international double header over and done with, and I think we'll all be wanting the football back. See how the team goes, because there's new additions. There's new additions in, and it's the jigsaw puzzle is getting filled, and Raskin seems to be staying, so that's another positive, isn't it? So that's just like a new player, really, kind of, in the midfield, because we need him, quite like him. And Diamondi's coming onto a game. Barron was outstanding as well on Sunday, and I'm really looking forward to the team coming back and refreshed, and the new players gelling and stuff like that. But I understand that some of your players will be going away on international break as well, which probably will give them the plus as well, to get away for the hustle and bustle of Rangers playing for the club, and give them a wee holiday and get them playing with their countrymen, and then they can come back refreshed and we're ready to go, and hopefully we hit the ground running and start climbing this table. We're too good a team to be lying where we are now in 4 draws. We should be beating St Mirren's and Motherwell's and all these teams.
No, the trouble is, mate, we haven't shown we're too good a team, mate, because we're not making enough chances.
No, I know that, and that's
the problem, mate.
That's a disappointing thing.
Same question as good South side before we bring in the old Davy.
Aye, similar what Josh has just said there. I mean, it's getting players that are coming in the building aren't going to go away in international duty. A chance to come in, integrate with the training that's going to be happening. They can talk to them and work with them, show them formations and systems, probably get their house sorted out and get settled in somewhere if they can, and all at the same time, so they're not, because when the game's kicked back in again, there's a lot coming thick and fast, and you want them to be settled in somewhere, out of a hotel or out of accommodation, wherever they're going to be, and settled as well, which all helps. But just to find out how we're going to play and just make yourself available, and so we understand the system. So looking forward to that. Probably need the break, reset, and hopefully we'll kick on as soon as we get back. It's Hearts at home, followed by Hibs in the Cup. So it's 2 crucial games in 2 weeks, so we have to be ready, and the new players need to be kicking on, and he has to find a way that we're going to create chances and feed to the strikers, because that's what we're lacking at the moment. We can maybe shore up the defence, that might look better, and maybe get a wee bit mixture in the midfield, but we need to find some formula, and he has to find it quick, that we start creating chances and laying chances on for our strikers to score ups.
Evening, David.
Evening, gentlemen. How are we?
All the better for you and your dulcet tones, my old mucker.
Yeah, it's great. Firstly, I'd just like to put a big shout out for my big pal Andy doing another about what I said after that game on Sunday. So just tell you, Andy, if you're listening, I've sent you a pot of glue. You'll get it tomorrow. And I was eating Maltesers when I was taking the glue at the same time. Anyway, aye. Just can I ask you a wee quick one with a bit of the conversations we had prior to that regarding the boy that's coming to Everton. Is he obviously, from what I'm seeing, he's not scored any goals. Is that correct?
He's no prolific. He's played 22 matches for Everton. He's been involved in 22 matches.
Yeah.
And he hasn't scored the goal. What I don't know, and I'm trying to get it, is that his minutes on the pitch, Davey. Because if he's coming on with 5 minutes to go, you know, he might be doing as an appearance, but you've not had a lot of time to do anything. Just breaking news, Southside, just to confirm. Rangers signed Derek Cornelius on a season-long loan deal from Marseille. They have covered an option to make the move permanent in the summer of 26. Cornelius is a left-footed defender, can play centre-back or left-back, yeah? Good signing, I think, because I think we need cover in both the areas. Don't know how good a player he's going to be, but I can see the logic in the signing. Davey will come right back to you. In fact, Davey, you give your thoughts on that, mate, while you've got the mic.
Aye, anything that's coming in at the moment is more than welcome, because it's all hands to the pumps, and if they're good enough, get them in. I think what you were asking about the European break, I'll definitely go with the rest of the guys. It's come at a good time, especially when you're getting all these geezers together. It'll give them a bit of suicide says to gel. So that's hopefully a step in the right direction, because we've not really begun in the right direction. But it'll come, guys. It will come. Just have a bit of faith.
And by the way, Derek, good pedigree with your team, Southside. Derek's, yeah?
Aye, certainly. Ferguson, Parlane, Johnston. Aye. But aye, listen, it's another body in. It's a defensive area which we need. It looks like he's experienced at 27 years of age, and we've got an option to buy. So hopefully he'll get in, settle in, and he'll make the team. It'll be interesting to see what he does with Fernandes now as well, because we paid a lot of money for him. Let's not forget we paid £3.5 million for him. So it'll be interesting to see if he'll even go to a back three in time. That might be a formation that he might go to. He might think he's got the right type of players now to play a back three, and it's something he might do.
Interesting. Left-sided defender, obviously a bit more physicality with young left back. We've got on loan. We've got an option to buy. So if he does well for us, mate, you snap him up and move on. I don't really mind the year with an option to buy. Sometimes I can see the logic in it. Bridgeman, rather than give it a 4-year contract.
Yeah, I'm delighted about boys coming in. He's left-sided centre back, and he'll replace Big Helander, if you remember him. So he's the only real left-footed player that we had at the centre half. I think him and Fernandes together will probably make quite a good team. Defence. Obviously, Shooter is going to play. I just don't know what they're going to do with Shooter. We need better. And as far as I'm concerned, Fernandes should be in. That boy, DJ, whatever his name is, from Wolves, he proved to be a bit of a nightmare once again. So that's about 3 or 4 games in a row. He's caused a lot of problems for himself and his teammates. That needs to be sorted out, or he needs to go out of the team. And you've got to get Fernandes in. He's got to play. The big fella has got to play. I don't know what's the matter. I don't know whether he doesn't trust him. Of course, that's a manager's prerogative. But if he doesn't trust him, then he's got to tell us, and let's see what happens. But I think him and this fella that's come in, left-footed centre-back, absolutely go for it. For me, go for it.
It's the right balance. We'll struggle. You know, and whether he's brought in to play cover the left back or cover the left centre half, only time will tell. You know, wish him well. Is that our 13th signing? Would that be right? There's a few bodies. So obviously we're getting money in, and we're speculating. Obviously there's a few loan deals in there, and when you look at the transfer windows, loans are becoming very a thing in football. It used to be the exception. It's becoming more popular now, Josh. Yeah? And then Davy.
Yeah, I think we're in double figures now for the signings and loan deals and stuff like that. So all the more the merrier. So we've shipped a few out now. So I mean, all we need to do is just hope and pray that they gel and settle into the, as Southside says, get their own selves settled with their house and accommodation and all that kind of stuff, and then they can just concentrate and playing football in the park and strive and they'll get the batting for us kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's exciting times, I think, for us, especially this transfer window with the Ysef Char, the boy, the £8 million boy for Everton. And you're right, he didn't get much time on the park because I was looking up there. Well, the other lads were speaking. The most he's had every 20-25 minutes, so that's not really an appearance, is it? Kind of. It's a bit, but it's a
no,
bit.
That's
of,
the devil. The devil's in the detail, mate. You know, 5 minutes at the end. You know,
so hopefully he does well and he gets a good run in the team alongside Mioski and that, and the two of them flourish and stuff like that. That's all I wish for them, and I'll give them the backing as well to do well. And that's the main thing, isn't it? So I just want us to get back up this table kind of thing, because we're the start of the season will be too good.
We've been joined by Ross. Evening, Ross.
All right, Pips.
All right, mate. What's on your mind?
We think yesterday's game. We think
It was no classic, Ross. It was no classic. Yeah.
Aye. Probably aye. It's terrible. You know, I'm through and that was ridiculous last night. Sorry. Absolutely ridiculous. What do Southside think?
Southside?
It was murder to watch, mate. Absolutely murder. You know, there's nothing there. There's no excitement to get up for a renting. I mean, it's a hard watch when you're at home and you're not putting any pressure on your goalkeeper at all in the game, and not even on a shot at goal. To be honest, with the header it was offside, but apart from that, we've done nothing to penetrate them at all in any way, shape or form, Ross. So it's past now. We can't change it. We expected more, and I just thought the two wide men, Ross at the time, and Mikey Moore and Gasman out on the right hand side, I just don't think they get going at all in the game at any time they had the ball. And we're not creating for the striker that's playing up front. So that's where we're struggling at the moment now. We're not creating chances in games, Ross, at all, and it's poor. And something, hopefully, by the time this window shuts, we've got a few players in, and hopefully going forward, we've got to, Ross, because Hearts are scoring goals. They're leaking goals, but they're scoring goals. And we're no. So that's the next game that's coming up, Ross, as we know. So we need to be ready, mate.
Aye.
We need to be ready.
I would just want to say, I hope the Rangers manager goes. He's absolutely no use for us. What do you think?
I don't think. Wait a minute, Josh. Wait a minute, mate. Just wait to hear your name. Ross, look, it doesn't look as if he's going to go anytime soon. You'll not be alone in these thoughts. He'll be still. I think he'll still be the Rangers manager the next home game. But let's just say the 4 domestic performances have put him under pressure. They have put him under pressure. And you come, Josh?
Sorry about that.
That's all right, mate. Carry on.
I've said this quite a few times, that these American owners have obviously backed Russell Martin, the manager, our manager at the club. So there's no way that they're going to get rid of him. Yes, the start that we've had, 4 draws, is absolutely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a club our stature. We should be beating these teams like Motherwell, St Mirren and Dundee. And this is what we hope after the international break, what we had a discussion here before you came in, that has the international break came at a right time, we've all agreed probably yes, to let things settle down, and hopefully the players that come in and away for the international break kick on after it in our first game. As the Southside said, Hearts and Hibs are scoring goals. Look at Hibs, the Legia Warsaw, and they're scoring goals. They've got goal scorers in the team. We haven't up until now. Mioski and the boy Ysef Everton, and we're getting players in. So every chance that we could progress after the international break. But to answer your question, I don't think that Russell Martin the manager will get sacked anytime soon, because if they were going to sack him, they would have sacked him by now, and they wouldn't have paid £8 million and all that for this boy, Everton boy, striker. They wouldn't have brought in Mioski either for him, because he wanted Mioski as well. You need to understand that. So we just need to just hope and pray. But he's on a thin line. We all know that. But we just need to give him the benefit of the doubt until the international break finishes, and we'll see what happens after that. And if the performances don't go to plan, well, he probably will get sacked then, because he's had every chance then, hasn't he? But we need to start scoring goals and chances. Sunday was an embarrassment. We had possession, but we never done anything for it. We had quite a few crosses, never done anything with either. And we had one chance, Suter, which is unacceptable. And I said all week, Celtic are there for the taking, and Celtic are rubbish. This is the worst Celtic team that I've seen in years and years and years. They never even played with a striker on Sunday. And we
come back in there.
Aye.
I just want to say that was a terrible performance on Sunday. And again, we've got Tavernier. Tavernier is absolutely useful. But it's Tavernier. He can't even take a free kick. Get that boy away. Telling you now. Tavernier is useless.
Well, I can only give you my opinion. I think what we've seen in the last 10 or 11 games, Josh, Tavernier is one of the biggest problem on the club, Southside. On the part.
On the part, Aarons hasn't been cutting the mustard. It was funny, Ross, because at St Mirren, away when Tav came on the park, most of the support cheered for the first time in a long time. And he came on and he done all right. Listen, he's no the major problem at our club. I think if somebody comes in for him and he was getting a 2 or 3 year deal, I think Tav would probably go. But as it stands now, I think he might be here at the end of the season anyway. But it looks here. But I don't think he is the major problem. I think Aarons hasn't played well, Ross, to start with, so it's no Tav's fault that he's had to come back into the team. And like I say, he didn't have a bad game. He did a decent game, I thought, on Sunday. Don't think he was.
Is that right? 15 minutes, boys.
Just wait a minute. Let people finish, Ross. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. Just wait. Carry on, Southside.
No, I was saying, Ross, I don't think he was a major problem in the team. I thought Kroos and a couple of deliveries he put in, there's a couple of other players done the same. Diamonde in open play had chances to put crosses into the box and they couldn't beat the first man either. Although Diamonde did a really good game, worked hard. And it's a weakness in his game, so he wasn't great, but listen, Tav's not the main issue, Ross. There's a few things we need to get right, and I think we all can all agree on here that as a team at the moment, we've been good at leaking goals, right? So hopefully we'll stop that, and we need to I think we'll agree that we all need to start creating chances, mate, and making sure we start scoring goals and causing teams problems.
On you go, Ross, make your point, mate.
I'm just about to say my pal Ashley's actually listening to me now talking. Just hope I'm not talking absolutely ridiculous, so I just about to say to my pal, alright Ashley, hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Alright, cheers mate. Good to hear from you, Ross. You've opened up a bit of debate. Catch you soon, brother.
Alright, catch you soon, brother. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. I'll tell you what we've got, lads. We'll come back to our mate old Davey, but what we've got for Davey, we've got the interview for Derek Cornelius. So I think we've got it ready. Yes, I think we've got it ready. So this is for Ross and Ashley from you side. Get yourself a mute and let's hear from Derek Cornelius.
Welcome to Rangers, Derek.
Thank you.
You've joined the club on a season-long loan. How do you feel to be here?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to finally get going.
What was your reaction when you first heard of the interest from Rangers?
Yeah, it was a happy moment. You know, it's a club that I heard about from a young age. You know, a friend of mine, his father was a huge Rangers supporter. So it's a little bit ironic that my agent texted me about the interest. So it's exciting, and I'm glad it went through, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, have you spoke to your friend about it? That his family connection?
No, we lost a little bit of contact
Okay.
right now, but yeah, maybe when they see the announcement, they'll reach out and we'll have a laugh about it.
Yeah, when it came to moving here, what was important to you in the decision? What were you looking to achieve this season?
Yeah, my goal is to come here is to win as many games as possible. You know, what excited me is that this is such a massive club with such passionate fan base. So that's always exciting. You know, playing in front of fans that are going to support you and really push you over the edge is always something that every footballer looks forward to. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing in front of these supporters and giving it my all and winning a lot of matches.
What were your conversations like with Kevin Selwell and Russell Martin as well?
Yeah, you know, he told me that he wants to bring in someone that's going to really show a lot of leadership qualities, someone that's going to put the team before themselves, and someone that has courage to play in front of the Rangers fans and the Rangers supporters, you know. So I like the conversations that we had. I like the project that they're doing here, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
In terms of your own career, you've played in a number of different countries too. How much has that experience helped shape you on and off the pitch?
Yeah, you know, I try to be adaptive, you know, and just adjust to whatever situation, whatever team I'm in. And I think, as you said, when I've been in many different countries, played under many different coaches, played many different styles of football, that I try and bring all those qualities together and really use them to be an asset in my play. So yeah, I'm just excited to how it's going to fit in here at Rangers.
On the pitch, as a defender, how would you describe your style?
I try to be aggressive. I try to win my duels. I try to concede the least amount of goals possible, and yeah, I try to also control the game with the ball as well. You know, be patient with the ball, be ready for whatever the opposition is going to throw at me. So yeah, I try to be prepared for everything, but also just know that my job is to defend and to make sure that we keep the clean sheets. What do you expect from Scottish football and the game here? I've heard quite a few different things about it, you know, from physical to high pressure games, you know, when we're talking about derby matches. But yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of different challenges here in Scotland. It's not the same game, the same match that you catch every weekend, which is exciting, you know, because you're going into one weekend with a certain amount of challenges, another weekend with a different one. So you're always kind of on your toes and you have to be ready. So yeah, that's what I've heard about Scottish football, and I'm excited to finally feel it and be here. You mentioned high pressure matches there. Is that something you enjoy, that challenge and an environment to really thrive in? Yeah, I think pressure is a privilege, you know. I don't think I look at pressure as a bad thing. It means that you're playing for something important. So yeah, when I hear high pressure matches, I get excited. It gives me something to look forward to, whether that's, as I said, derby games, matches in Europe, or just important league games that you have to win, you know. It's important to make sure that you always keep that pressure and be ready to perform in all situations. You've been in at the training centre this morning. What have been your first impressions here? Wow, it's amazing, huh? It's amazing. It's a very beautiful training ground. Been welcomed very, very nicely, and yeah, I'm just happy to be here and ready to get going. It is a busy time for you. You're heading on international duty too. But yes. How much do you enjoy those experiences with Canada as well, and sort of what that brings? Yeah, I mean, in Canada, it's always a pleasure to go back and represent my country. You know, a lot of the guys on the team are people that I've grown up playing with from a young age, and we've all gone on to have good careers. So it's exciting then to go back and to really be able to represent our country together. In major tournaments like Gold Cup, Copa America, or World Cup, you know, we have next year in our home country. So, you know, that's something that I know every Canadian footballer is is looking forward to, and myself included.
Yeah. Did you ever play with Scott Arfield at Canada?
I did. Yeah. Me, I really liked playing with Scotty in Canada. When I came in, I was still a young kid, and Scotty was captain, playing in Rangers, and the whole team looked up to him. So, yeah, I enjoyed my time playing with Scotty.
I'm sure he'll have some words for you as well about Rangers when he sees that you've joined here.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to have a dinner with him and have a conversation about everything.
And of course, when you come back from international, it'll be really, I guess, the first chance for you to meet your teammates properly. How much are you looking forward to that and getting started?
Yeah, you know, I've been speaking with the management and with the coach just about the group, and he said, you know, we have a really good group. The guys that want to work hard, the guys that are willing to put the team before themselves, guys that are willing to learn. So yeah, it makes it more exciting, you know, to be here, to be a part of that group, you know, because it gives us a chance to do something special, and me being a part of that is just something that I'm happy to say.
Well, David, he seems quite a confident, shy individual. Wish him all the best, David.
Oh, definitely. Well, from what we've been hearing so far, it sounds very good, but the proof's in the pudding, and we'll be able to see how they'll turn up on the day. And this wee break they've got is exact. I never expected them to get as many in. I really didn't. So, and I see online that the Mankey mob there are going nuts at what they've done, but I'm happy with it. But what I will say, guys, this is the best show in town by a country mile. And I'm not having a go at anybody in particular, but we need to march on here, guys. Get after that manager's back. It's not helping him, not helping the team, it's not helping us. It is what it is, and we take it and go forward.
He needs to get results, Davey. That's the problem, mate, domestically. Yeah,
I agree with that. I totally agree with you. But look at players that are playing. He doesn't score the goals. He doesn't defend. He set up lousy.
Players get away scot-free all the time, mate. You know, it's the manager carries a can in modern football. It's just the way it is, mate. I have no good answers, but if we'd won our first 3 games 1-0, this pressure wouldn't be here. The pressures came about because of lack of results, mate. It's just as simple as that. I don't even think it's game for Wednesday night. I don't know what you're taking on at Southside.
Wednesday night.
Aye, the result, if we'd won the domestic games, the pressure would have been...
Aye. No, well, obviously you have to get a good start in the league. If fixtures were favourable to us, we all understood the fact that we're trying to get players out and players in the door, and teams that were starting weren't going to be the teams that were going to be starting down the line. But at the same time, you've got to get results. And unfortunately for us, we didn't. And we've not been getting the wins, but we've not been creating chances. And that's the thing that I think now we've got to look at and try. But we've got time now to try and gel as a team. But we've got to come out. It's a hard game. It's Hearts at home. We can't afford not to pick up 3 points. And Hearts are, at the moment, up until the break, they've been scoring goals and conceding goals, but they're scoring. And something that we're not doing. With the European game, Ibrox, and that was a decent sort of performance. We got a few goals, couple of goals in it, but it's not been anywhere. The levels, we've not started well in games and we've not fit, or else we've been starting, and it's just been a jigsaw. So we're hoping it will settle down, and I'm hoping that he'll start to get it right. He has to get it right, because over the next 5-6 games, if he doesn't pick this team up, the pressure might mount on him, Davey, where it's already turning to a point. There's a lot of people out there, rightly or wrongly, have already made their mind up. But at the end of the day, everybody wanted him to succeed. I believe whether you wanted him here or no, you want him to succeed. But it's easy to come on his back when you've lost faith in him. But hopefully now he gets the right mentality in that dressing room. They've got rid of some of maybe the wrong mentality out it. He's going to get players that are going to follow instruction and play for him, and it'll be down to him to get the system right. And hopefully he'll get it to gel, and these players will start to show why they're at Glasgow Rangers.
Josh, then Bridgeman.
I just agree with Southside. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If we beat the St Mirren, Dundee, Motherwell, 9 points, take the point after that Mankey mob on Sunday, 10 points, we would have been joint top. You know, that's how I look at it. But we're on 4 points because we've drew the 4 points, through the 4 games, and it's just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. But as Southside and me have said the whole show, we just need to wait to see how the new boys come back, see if they're motivated enough, and he has to get the drum it into them that it's unacceptable. You need to just go out and win, and we need to score goals. And as Southside says, Hearts are scoring goals for fun, and our next game after that is Hibs, and they're scoring goals for fun. So we need to start hitting the back of the net sooner rather than later, or else he'll not be here. And I get that the support don't want him here, but we just need to rally round. We just need to be united and just see what happens after the international break. And as Southside said, the next 3 or 4 games will make him or break him, and we'll give him every chance then, haven't we? So he's brought in his own team, he's favouring his own team, these new players that's coming in, so see how they work. And that's all I've got to say at the moment.
Yep. Listen, big shout out for Big Mucker, Big Stevie, Southside.
Aye, big man, aye. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah. Do you owe money?
Mate, you think that money? That's poor.
Oh,
Might owe
he's
that.
always selling
What?
stuff. He's always selling stuff, isn't he?
Aye, but he
Always
gets
get
cash
something
up front
for
for
it,
that. He gets cash up front for that.
Right. Well,
See, if you pay him
listen,
early, he'll deliver early. That's the thing. Know what I mean?
He always delivers, doesn't he?
Aye, he's got the big Erskine. I think he'll have the Erskine badges and that. I'll see the route. So I dare say he'll be on saying how many do you want. Give me due. His pens were quality.
Yes. I have heard, mate. I have heard. Right, okay. Listen, last word for your good self, David, and then Josh.
Great show, guys. Keep believing and stop moaning. It's not happening. It will happen. So keep believing. Good night.
Cheers, David. Bye. Josh, mate. Last word.
Mate. Yeah, I just echo what the chap said there. I enjoy coming on, giving my opinion, having good conversation about the best team on the planet, Glasgow Rangers, and a big shout out to the YouTubers that follow the show as well, RangersRadio as well. These guys that have a conversation.
Is that a term, YouTubers?
I think that's what they're called, YouTubers.
Just asking, mate.
Anyway, listen. Anyway, hello to everybody in the YouTubers support fan base.
I just wondered if that was a term.
It's been an absolute pleasure being on tonight, and all the best, Southside. Great having a chat with you, mate, and hope to be on again soon. And take care of yourselves.
Yes. We'll be back tomorrow night. Just before we go, we'll be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10 as normal, and because obviously something could develop tonight as the window comes to a close. Tonight we'll be on tomorrow night and look back and reflect on the transfer window in total, and then we'll be taking a break. But if anything breaks at the club, we'll be right back with special shows, obviously, because the Rangers contract dries up during the international break now that the window's shut. So last word also for your good self, Southside.
Thanks for your comments, Josh. First time I've been on with you, mate, in the show, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Listen, Ox, we're hoping this wee break will come back firing on all cylinders, and it's Hearts as the opposition at Ibrox. So hopefully we'll get a couple of more signings in the window, make us stronger, and hopefully we'll have a victory at Ibrox in the league, and it'll maybe kickstart his own, because we need something to do it. So that's the next available game, so we'll look forward to that. Thanks, it's always a pleasure to be with the legend, the Bridgeman. Do a show tonight and your good self. So thanks for having us on, and thanks to everybody out there on the YouTube channel that listening to the show all the time and participate. Stephen and all the troops, the YouTubers, the YouTube channel. There's a lot of them are in there faithfully every night and listening to the show. So I'd like to thank them and everybody else on Facebook and Twitter out there. Hope you enjoyed the show. So thanks for having us on, mate, as always, and I appreciate it.
Why don't we just get Big Stevie to go to Bridges' house and he can pay all our bills? How does that
Aye. Be a day out, wouldn't it? A day out at the castle. Come on.
The castle, man.
Bridgeman?
Oh, what can I say, Oxy? Marvellous show tonight, really good. The guys on at the end there, magic, phoning people, brilliant. Can I just say, obviously, to yourself and to Southside, thank you for having me on. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. A big shout out to the techie boys in the background. Can just say to all the Rangers fans that are listening in all over the world, this was a smashing night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And everybody, break time. Everybody, keep it going for the Rangers, because they're the ones that are in our heart. Keep it going.
Yeah. Welcome to Rangers, Derek Cornelius, and make sure I get his name right. Ysef, let me see. Oh, where is it? It's disappeared. Big Ysef 6'4". Oh, come on. Oh dear. Ysef Char. That'll go for me, yeah. Welcome to Rangers, and I hope you have great careers with your club. Thanks to Ross who joined us. Of course, old Davey, Josh, Southside and Bridge for doing the show. Southside for covering me at the start. Thanks for that, big man. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for favouring away in the background, keeping the show going, doing the technicals. Without them, there's no show, and we do salute the effort and the work they all put in. Thank you, boys. Thanks to everybody for listening. RangersRadio will be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10. Maybe looking back quickly at the game, but looking back at the transfer window. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You never know. We're hearing whispers there could be another one before 11 o'clock. Take it away, Old School Blue.